I didn't ask for the receipts of where you'd been. I didn't question the original sin. I took your word like it was written in stone. I built a temple on a lawn. My friends all told me I was playing the fool, that I was breaking every logical rule. But I was operating on a different plane, dancing blindfolded in the middle of the rain. I treated silence like a promise made. I treated shadows like a cool shade. I filled the blanks in with my own design, creating a lover that was never really mine. I loved you without proof. I loved you on a hunch. I took the poison and I drank the punch. I didn't need the facts, I didn't need the sign. I just needed to believe that you were finally mine. It's a dangerous religion, a reckless kind of youth, to give your whole heart without a shred of proof. Now I'm looking at the evidence on the floor. It doesn't match the dream I had before. The numbers don't add up, the stories collide. There is no place left for you to hide. But the saddest part of the entire scene is that I do it all again clean. I'd rather be the one who trusted and lost than the one who counted up the cost. I filled the blanks in with my own design, creating a lover that was never really mine. I loved you without proof. I loved you on a hunch. I took the poison and I drank the punch. I didn't need the facts, I didn't need the sign. I just needed to believe that you were finally mine. It's a dangerous religion, a reckless kind of youth, to give your whole heart without a shred of proof. Love me, show me it wasn't real. I made you up, I invented you. You were never there. Proof, none. Proof, none. Blind hate. It sounds uncomfortable, but clean, beautiful. I've mined up the mountain and I stood on the hill. I took the cold silence in the middle of the bed. I ignored all the demons inside of your head. I cleaned up the wreckage of your angry nights. I lowered my voice to avoid all the fights. I thought I was building a castle of stone by refusing to leave you standing alone. I wore the bruises like a badge of honor. I played the saint and I played the fawner. I told myself this is what lovers do. We walk through the fire to make it through. I stayed through the pain, I stayed through the rain, I stayed through the driving in the hurricane. I let the glass cover me, I let the fire burn, waiting for the moment that the tide would turn. I thought that my loyalty would pay off the debt, but all I have now is a heavy regret. You walked away easy when the sky became blue. stayed through the pain for you. You never saw the nights that I spent on the floor, praying for peace at the foot of the door. You never felt the weight of the load that I carried, the dreams and the wishes that I quietly buried. I acted like iron, I acted like steel, so you wouldn't have to know how I feel. I protected your heart while you shattered my own. Now I am sitting on this broken throne. I told myself this is what lovers do. We walk through the fire to make it through. But I stayed through the pain, I stayed through the rain, I stayed through the driving in the hurricane. I let the glass cut me, I let the fire burn, waiting for the moment that the tide would turn. I thought that my loyalty would pay off today, but all I have now is a heavy regret. You walked away easy when the sky became blue, but I stayed through the pain for you. I didn't run, I didn't run, I stood right there. I took the hit, through the pain, through the pain. For the pain, for the pain. You didn't cheat and you didn't lie. You didn't make me scream or cry. You didn't slam the door in my face. You didn't vanish without a trace. It was the way you walked 10 steps ahead. It was the silence in the double bed. It was the coffee that you didn't pour. It was the heavy sigh at the grocery store. It wasn't a step, it was a scratch. It wasn't a fire, it was a match. But 1,000 scratches will bleed you dry, and a single match can burn the sky to match the small sound. Love hurt in small ways, tiny little stings, broken promises and forgotten things. You didn't break my heart with a hammer blow, you just chipped it away, painfully slow. Look in the eye that wasn't quite right, turning away in the middle of the night. The damage is deep, even if it doesn't show, because love hurt in the small ways, you know. I tried to explain why I was upset, but you said it was nothing. You said forget. Why are you crying over a spilled drink? Why do you push us to the brink? But you didn't see the pattern underneath, the slow decay of the low reef. I was drowning in a cup of tea while you were sitting right there next to me. It wasn't a step, it was a scratch. It wasn't a fire, it was a match. Swelling up over the tiny percussion, tiny little stings, broken promises and forgotten things. You didn't break my heart with a hammer blow, you just chipped it away, painfully slow. Look in the eye that wasn't quite right, turning away in the middle of the night. The damage is deep, even if it doesn't show, because love hurt in the small ways. I turn the heavy latch up on the door. I watch the shadows moving on the floor. I drink the tea to settle down the mind. I close the curtains and the window blind. I felt the city slowing to a halt. I locked the memories inside the vault. I told my heavy limbs to shut it down, to sink into the pillow and to drown. But there's a rebel riot in the chest. There is a ghost that refuses to rest. The biology is ready for the sleep, but the memory is swimming in the deep. The world went to sleep, the traffic died. The moon is hanging on the other side. The noise of the day is turned to gray, but my feelings stayed away. They're walking in the hallway of the brain. They're replaying the movie of the pain. I close my eyes for the thousandth take, but my feelings, they stayed awake. Count the sheep, but they all have your face. I try to run to a quieter place, but silence is a megaphone for you. It amplifies the things we didn't do. It's 3 a.m. and I am fighting wars, while you are sleeping on distant shores. It isn't fair that I am on the watch, counting every minute on the notch. The biology is ready for the sleep, but the memory is swimming in the deep. The world went to sleep, the traffic died. The moon is hanging on the other side. The noise of the day has turned to gray, but my feelings stayed away. They're walking in the hallway of the brain. They're replaying the movie of the pain. I close my eyes for the thousandth take, but my feelings, they stayed away. Oh, the hands in suspension. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Why are you so loud? Why won't you stop? I just wanna close my eyes. Why don't we still? Why don't we My logic is a soldier. It does what it is told. It packed the heavy boxes and it folded up the code. It returned the silver key and it deleted every text. It marched me to the station and it focused on the next. But there's a rebel in the center, a traitor in the chest, who refused to let the memory finally take a rest. I was physically departing, I was miles down the track, but a piece of me was anchored and was looking sadly back. The lights were coming on, the party was completely done. The cleaning crew was working and blotting out the sun, but I was sitting in the corner with the glass inside my hand, refusing to acknowledge the empty and absent. My mind walked out the doorway, my body walked away, but my heart stayed too long, begging you to stay. It lingered in the hallway, it lingered in the sheets, it lingered in the rhythm of the city's heavy streets. I overstayed the welcome, I ruined the design by trying to extend a love that wasn't truly mine. I'm standing in the future, trying to be strong, but the truth is my heart stayed too long. It's embarrassing to witness, it's a shameful kind of scene, to see a spirit clinging to a love that was so mean. You were painting over walls that I was trying to preserve. I was waiting for a thank you that I simply didn't serve. I became the ghost that haunts the house you try to sell. I became the echo ringing in the bottom of the well. I should have cut the tether when the signal finally died, instead of keeping vigil on the other losing side. I was sitting in the corner with a glass inside my hand, refusing to acknowledge the empty innocence. My mind walked out the doorway, my body walked away, but my heart stayed too long, begging you to stay. It lingered in the hallway, it lingered in the sheets, it lingered in the rhythm of the city's heavy streets. I overstayed the welcome, I ruined the design by trying to extend the love that wasn't truly mine. I'm standing in the future, trying to be strong, but the truth is my heart stayed too long. Clears up suddenly, the music becomes crisp and dry. Come home, come home, let go, you don't live there anymore. Stop haunting there. The sound fades very low, slowly. Too long, too long, too We didn't wake the neighbors with a fight. We didn't shatter windows in the night. We didn't have the grand dramatic scene. We kept the kitchen and the hallway clean. The anger didn't rise above a breath. It was a quiet and efficient death. I watched the light extinguish in your eye, without a single word to testify. The teacup didn't rattle on the plate. We didn't argue or debate the fate. The atmosphere just emptied out the room and left us sitting in the heavy gloom. We broke without sound, we broke without noise. We lost the equilibrium in poise, like a crack spreading through the winter ice. We paid the heavy and the silent price. No siren and no crash upon the street, just the stopping of the rhythm of the beat. It's the loudest thing that I have ever found. The way we broke without sound. If you had screamed, I could have screamed it back. We could have fixed the widening of the crack, but apathy is silent as the grave. There isn't anything to fix or say. I'm listening for an echo or a sound, but all I hear is static on the line. You packed your bags with such a gentle care and vanished like a vapor in the air. The teacup didn't rattle on the plate. We didn't argue or debate the fate. We broke without sound. We broke without noise. We lost the equilibrium in poise, like a crack spreading through the winter ice. We paid the heavy and the silent price. No siren and no crash upon the street, just the stopping of the rhythm of the beat. It's the loudest thing that I have ever found. The way we broke without sound. The emotion makes break something. Scream at me, don't just fade without sound. Emotion without We wrote the prologue in the summer heat. We cast the actors and we took our seat. We had the villa and the garden gate. We had the promise of a shared fate. I memorized the lines I had to say. I promised to love you every single day. I was playing the hero, steady and true, assuming the heroine was playing it too. But somewhere in the middle of the second act, you decided to alter the basic facts. You took the red pen to the final page and set fire to the scenery on the stage. You changed the ending, you flipped the script. You let the promise slip until it ripped. It was supposed to be a sunset and a kiss, not a tragedy ending in the abyss. I'm standing here holding the ring and the rose, while you are striking a different pose. I don't know the lines that you're sending, because you changed the ending. This isn't the movie that I signed and made. This isn't a bed, this is a break. You introduced a villain, I didn't know, a version of you that is cold and slow. I'm waiting for the director to yell cut, to fix the door that you suddenly shut. But the cameras are rolling and the lights are hiding. I'm dying alone in the final shot. You took the red pen to the final page and set fire to the scenery on the stage. You changed the ending. You flipped the script, you let the promise slip until it ripped. It was supposed to be a sunset and a kiss, not a tragedy ending in the abyss. I'm standing here holding the ring and the rose while you are striking a different pose. I don't know the lines that you're sending because you changed the ending. Go back and rewrite it. It was perfect. Why did you ruin it? Give me the pen. You said the words exactly like the script. I watched the way the syllables would dip in sugar and in honey and in wine. I thought that I was seeing every sign. You looked me in the eye and held the gaze. You led me through the center of the maze. I built a castle on the things you said. I made a home inside my heavy head. But paper burns when fire gets too near, and shadows vanish when the lights appear. The structure didn't have a steel frame. It was a hollow and a losing game. You send alongside bar windows. The phaser on the piano gets deeper, creating a sucking vacuum sound. You said the vow but you didn't pay the cost. You drew the map but you didn't mind the loss. You gave the ring but the metal wasn't gold. You told a story that was never meant to hold. It was a reflex of some motion of the tongue. It was a ladder not connected to the rung. I felt the heavy impact of the hit because I meant it, and you didn't mean it. I'm replaying every tape inside the mind, trying to see if I was deaf or blind. Was there a stutter that I didn't hear? Was there a plastic nature to the tear? I gave you blood, I gave you flesh and bone. I sat beside you on the wooden throne, but you were acting in a different play, just waiting for the time to walk away. The structure didn't have a steel frame. It was a hollow and a losing game. One sent around, said bowing notes. The phaser on the piano gets deeper, creating a sucking vacuum sound. You said the vow but you didn't pay the cost. You drew the map but you didn't mind the loss. You gave the ring but the metal wasn't gold. You told a story that was never meant to hold. It was a reflex of the motion of the tongue. It was a ladder not connected to the rung. I felt the heavy impact of the hit because I meant it, and you didn't mean it. Why did you say it? Why did you say it? Silence would have been better. Silence would have been honest. You lies. You Didn't mean it. Didn't mean it. There was no glass breaking on the floor. There was no slamming of the wooden door. There was no shouting match inside the hall. There were pictures on the wall. You packed your boxes like a secret spy. You didn't even stop to say goodbye. You slipped away like water through the grate, leaving me to wrestle with the fate. I was waiting for the thunder, waiting for the rain. I was waiting for the outburst of the pain. But the weather didn't change, the sky remained the same. You simply stepped right out of the frame. You moved on quietly without a single trace. You disappeared into a different space. No sirens, no alarms, no warning bell, just a silent exit from the spell. It's the volume of the leaving that hurts the most. To turn a living lover into a ghost. I'm screaming in the kitchen, crying violently while you moved on quietly. I see you now, you're walking down the street. You look so calm, you look so clean and neat. You're drinking coffee with a steady hand while I'm sinking in the quicksand. How did you detach the wire so smooth? How did you find the rhythm and the groove to switch off the emotion like a light and sleep so soundly in the middle of the night? I was waiting for the thunder, waiting for the rain. I was waiting for the outburst of the pain. You moved on quietly without a single trace. You disappeared into a different space. No sirens, no alarms, no warning bell, just a silent exit from the spell. It's the volume of the leaving that hurts the most. To turn a living lover into a ghost. I'm screaming in the kitchen, crying violently while you moved on quietly. Make some noise, make some noise, yeah, let me break something. Don't just fade We're sitting on the sofa, watching the TV. You're staring at the screen, not looking at me. The silence is a heavy blanket on the room, a quiet kind of tragic, impending sort of doom. I remember when we used to talk until the dawn. I remember when the heavy curtains were drawn. But now we're just two strangers sharing the same bill, eating silent dinners and swallowing the pill. The person that I loved is hidden in your face, but I cannot find the spirit, I cannot find the trace. We hardened up the edges, we sharpened up the tongue. We lost the easy rhythm of when we were young. I miss who we were, the easy way we let before we tore the edges of the photograph. I miss the way we danced inside the kitchen light. preserve the damage and the pride. I don't miss the fighting or the lines that blur. I just simply miss who we were. You tell a joke that used to make me roll my eyes. Now I just ignore it and analyze the lies. We navigate the hallway like we're playing chess, trying to avoid the chaos and the mess. I wish that I could build a time machine for two and introduce the old me to the old you. Maybe they could teach us how to bridge the gap before we disappear completely off the map. We hardened up the edges, we sharpened up the tone. We lost the easy rhythm of when we were young. I miss who we were, the easy way we laughed before we tore the edges of the photograph. I miss the way we danced inside the kitchen light. I miss the way we made up in the middle of the night. We're living in the body of a love that died, trying to preserve the damage and the